What's up, bro? We about to go ahead and get this mixtape done. One take, 5-hour session. Me and KG about to get Mass Appeal. Actually cleared that building done. This me and KG, Mass Appeal. We downtown in my city, Cincinnati. Big ups to Cincinnati, big ups to everybody. This is the building we're gonna be shooting in. Come on, cameraman, follow our very first mixtape. I'm excited.
This is Eric Surreal, and this is the Surrealism documentary. I always wanted to make music as a kid. My dad was a big part of my life when it came to music and me starting to become a musician. He heard me rapping in the backseat one time and said, "Man, how do you know all those words? I think you might." And that right there sparked my music interest. Then came the drums in church. My cousin Jonathan, my cousin Deep, we would just play all day long. It was a big thing for us. People ask me, what is surrealism? Like, where did I get that from? Where did that come from? And what does that really mean? Well, surrealism means a number of things to me. But the main reason that I picked it is because it means making your imagination into real life. Let's go.
So with the transformation of hip hop, where you have like the Drakes, you know what I mean, that can rap and sing.
Yeah.
Are you more of a rapper or you a singer? Like what makes you?
I'm not neither.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not neither. I'm Eric Surreal. I'm sorry to say that's the best way I can travel, record. We move on vibes, man. We don't move on nothing else but vibes. We don't write. We just move on vibes. That's what it's about. This is honestly my second album. Trap R&B is not an album. Surreal, what is it called? Space Age Player, not an album. Surreal Universe, not an album. So that would mean Surreal Universe too. Of course, it's not an album. The only album that I have to date is Sensei Surreal The Love Chronicle. That is an album. Let me set the scene for you. Me and Jasmine Alexis on our way to Chicago for Smokey Bear. Amazing artist, Jasmine Alexis, everyone knows. Check her out. So as you know, there are a lot of definitions for surrealism. And one of the biggest definitions that I use is time travel. It's like going back into time. So you know what I gotta do for y'all? I gotta take y'all back into time, where it first began, where I first started.
This next mixtape is mostly produced by me, Surreal Talk. Right now we waiting on our mic tools to get here. We about to work on Pro Tools now. The first one was on the analog mic, that's why it sounded so trashy, but now we getting Cube-Bass to master. And we also got a digital mic, Pro Tools.
Sampling process take a long time. It look like I'm sitting here doing nothing, but doing a lot. Today I'll be making the cameras beat from scratch. Basically, I'm gonna start off with the John B. Calling On You sample, and I'm gonna make it from scratch.
See, I learned to sample in Champaign. I actually learned how to use FL Studios in Champaign. Shout out to my brother, shout out to Steve and KJ. This guy named Steve, he basically showed me how to use Edison and showed me how to put a sample and just put some drums over it. And that's how I first started off. And just started making beats on that old computer you see there. My brother just gifted it to me because he knew what my dream was.
That's it, the whole beat.
Once I learned to sample, everything else just became easier to me with the FL Studios. It was just like laying the drums over some stuff. I would grab a Prince sample or grab a Michael Jackson sample, you know, or something like that. Just lay some drums on it. And I was so amazed at how it sounded. It sounded terrible, but, you know, I thought it sounded good because I made it. So, and that just created me. Eric Surreal, the producer. That's what it all started. Me making beats, just was that. Then I started playing the keys on my own, and voila. As soon as I started making beats and got really good at it, I never stopped. I was up until the wee hours of the morning when my brother recorded me, video recorded me, and I just did as much as I can to try to make more beats and never stop. So this time was around 2013 or 12 or 13 when music was just an everyday thing for me. That's all I did every single day. It was my passion. Played keyboards, learned all of that stuff at one time. Just all worked out. But I gotta take you back to the future.
But like nowadays, you got like you got the producers, the super producers.
Yeah.
And then you got the super producers who not only make the beats, but they also like you got the Kanye West, the J. Cole's who will produce his whole album and does the lyrics, which is amazing. So like, where do you fall in line? Do you like who makes your beats?
That's me. I've been doing that before anything. That was first. It was that, and then I could rap. You know, everybody can rap. You know, I could rap, and then I just was like, hey, let's see how this works. I'm real good at making beats, so, and I could kind of sing, and you know, so it worked.
I didn't know you in Chicago. You see that? Nah, do three. I'm here. Where y'all at? Hit me up. Made it to Chicago. Finally got to see my best friend again, HK. My producer, my graphic designer. He does all my album covers. And my dog, Sky. Great rapper, great album, great artist. My dog, Jeff Coon, is one of the greatest artists ever, and also another one of my best friends. This dude art is amazing, and I'll tell you why I love his art, because he mixes the sports with the superheroes. And what that means to me is he takes things that he loves and put it together and create it and make it into reality with his art. And that's surrealism at its finest, man. Check it out. Got the D-Wade, got the Kobe, got the LeBron, and the Jordan. It's just something that's great to me, man. Surrealism is also going back into time. And going back into time is something that everybody want to do, but they can't. But I'm going to take you back into time. Finally reached Monkey Bear, and Jasmine Alexis is up killing it as usual. Such an amazing singer, such an amazing performer. So much talent. Check her out. So you met everybody. Now it's time for you to get to see how I make some of my magic happen. Studio.
So, that was simple, making that beat. Now it's time to do the kind of hard part, but not too hard. It's like, more like just freestyle, so it can't be that hard. It's the recording time. I use 2 different computers, of course, just to save memory and space and stuff. But, yeah, so that's what's next. We're gonna be recording 150s. Just a little exclusive for y'all. This is from Surrealism, of course, you know. Must be shooting a documentary for it. So let's go. We're gonna go into the booth after I finish doing what I do here. But yeah, we'll let the beat play a little bit. I kind of tell y'all what this song is about. 150s. What does it sound like? It's basically about money. A woman wants to get money from me, and I'm probably gonna give it to her, because that's just what it is. That's how it always been. Never been afraid to share my wealth with women. It's just a part of me. Maybe it's because I got so many female cousins and stuff. But that's what this is. It's 150s. Basically, I'm gonna just go in here and just freestyle whatever I feel on that topic, and that's what we're gonna get. As you can see, I do all this by myself, you know. I don't got nobody else's
engineer and go in the booth and come right back out and lay it just like that. I've been doing it like this since Surreal Universe, so that's what it is. Back at you, I'll be back. It's like a mystery in here, you can't come in here. Yeah, that sounds good, man. Might have to fix up some of them parts, but it might be alright. We gonna cut it right there. I'm not gonna let y'all see the rest of the progress because you'll hear too much of the song and the song won't be on the album. So thank y'all for stopping by. This is just a small little clip of how I get down. Surrealism documentary. Y'all know what it is. Now videos are something different. It's more like me performing in front of a camera, trying to give you the best show in the smallest amount of time. Now performing is a different beast altogether. It's like capturing energy from the people around you and the people giving you the energy in the crowd, and you give it back to them full throttle. So they always ask me who is GK fam, who is Amtrak. Amtrak is me and my partners. We started this group back in Uptown. You know what it is.
Must be more than that. It's a graduate studio. Hey, must be like a recording studio. Oh, okay. Put this on there. What's up, everybody?
Damn, my nigga Walker smoked the ball of weed. Well, I ain't true because when hit the purpose, all I need.
Right now,
in fact, I never touched the drug in my...
Me and K Peso, that's Massive Pill. I met K Peso in Uptown Cincinnati. That's what we call it, Uptown, Forest Park. Through my guy Donnie. Shout out Don Blaze. I met him. He told me that he could out-rap me, and in my mind, I thought nobody in Uptown could out-rap me, you know, not knowing that there was plenty of niggas up there that could rap circles around me, and Peso just happened to be one of them.
Clearly still in the studio section. Boston Our World is up next. Who first?
Then there was my dog, Andrew. I met him through Peso and Donnie as well. They all went to Wynwoods together at school in Uptown. And Airwalk was a dope guy, man. From when I first met him, he always let us use his spot to come vibe and kick it and record until the wee hours of the morning. Shout out to his moms for that. She was always dope, letting us come through and kick vibes and stuff. Airwalk is an amazing artist. He always remind me of the Currency type, Wiz Khalifa. That's my dog. Airwalk is very unique in his style and his delivery. Another Uptown representative. I always try to take control and show leadership in the group just so we can get shit moving. But Peso still was the mastermind.
So we set with this one. We just got done. Yeah. We just got done doing Lost in This World. Did you get that? That's a song that came about. The beat, I heard it. I automatically knew what it was gonna be about. But you know, I wrote that during the time like I was confused about a lot of things. So I told Eric, I already know what this is gonna be. Threw it on the mixtape. And we actually got shout out to Darby from corporate. Shout out to Darby, Josh, Grind, Matt, the whole.
Then there was my little brother. Well, he's actually my little cousin, but more like my little brother than anything, Justin. Justin's been around for forever, literally forever. Justin helped me so much musically. People don't even know behind the scenes the role that he played. That flow that y'all hear me do, me and Justin literally was up in the morning and came up with that flow.
Us two. What's up, man? Me and my boy JB. This is my little protege, Justice Lee. Me and him got a mixtape coming out. We already got some tracks out called Night's Work. We did it in one night. The whole mixtape was in one night. So be on the lookout for that. What's next? Pray. So I'm going to explain what's going on with this track. This kind of like a Dr. Dre Timberland flow. So we just got a little old school hook going to it. I think it's going to be alright. It's going to be the hardest song of the day, but me and Kerry up to it, so I'm up for it. Cut like a machete, death to all nations, ice all in the bed. Number one rows above like Chicago. Hoes stop to stare at the Murcielago. You know how I go, spit fire like Mario. No flower involved, but you know I can hide though.
When Kerry hotter than Harry Potter at the turn of the new millennium.
This is the beginning of the Amtrak, really. Me, Peso, Airwalk, J-League, and Liv, and Donnie, and then we joined a couple other groups, Fon Shui and Good Kids, and I gave you GK Fam.
Sitting here thinking about time on top of time when I ain't have to rhyme, running time like track runners running time.
Most dreams become dead when you awaken, so it seems never dream too big, cause most kings get their head taken.
What a lot of niggas don't understand is this is like our heart and our soul. We put our heart and our soul in this mixtape.
At this time, I was making the beats and doing my own rhymes, freestyling, and Kerry was writing all this shit, and it was so crazy. It was just so much chemistry that it just worked so well, and it made mass appeal, and it made us what we are today. It made a classic mixtape, clearly a pillar.
This is my engine, and plus my storyteller propellers gon' take me higher than the stellars, so ain't shit you.
And I can honestly say these moments right here, these moments made me who I am today. They made me Eric Surreal. GK
Yeah. 2 a.m. on the phone, and she can't leave me alone. Still a king on the throne, but still I don't need a bone. I needed me, I need alone, and even with me, then she gone. Saying she a different song, I know that you copy your clone. See the swag, let it drip, I put the ice on the wrist. We in the club, on kids, I make a hot, never miss. I got the game in this man, I drink the gin till I lean. And Jeff passed me the green, she walking over, look at me. How she rock, can she move? I'm in my bag, never lose. I got the swag, make it choose. I might jab with the moves, until I'm tailored with the tools. You know I gotta bust a move, I got the game, never lose. You know I gotta show get it in. Yeah, ballin'.